Hi YouTube, it's Michelle here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing just an updated eyebrow tutorials. I do get a lot of questions about my eyebrows, so I figure I come on here and do an updated eyebrow tutorial. So if you guys want to see how I got my brows to be looking like this, stay tuned. Okay guys, so before we start the brows, let me just tell you what you're going to need for your brows. So you'll need a pencil, eyebrow pencil. You'll need a foundation for underneath your brow. You need, I just have two brushes here, blending brushes. You'll need a setting powder to set the concealer. And you also, if you'd like, this is not a must, but a eyebrow gel to keep your eyebrows in place. So I'm going to be using this pencil here to fill them in, from brow-lebrity. It's from Ardell. Ardell brow-lebrity is a micro pencil, and the color that I'm going to use is soft black. So it has a very skinny, can you see it? Yeah, very skinny tip, and then it has a spoolie at the bottom. Okay, so I like to start off by brushing my eyebrow hairs going up. I like to have them lifted to give you more of a arch once you do your brow. I always like a little arch. Okay, so fill in your brows. You want to make sure that your eyebrows are not too oily, so I'll just like to take a little piece of napkin and just like press it in. So you start out first by outlining your brow like so. Start from the front, underneath, and you just draw a line. Try to follow the natural shape of your brow, but you want to exaggerate it a little bit. So for a clean application of your eyebrows, you always want to make sure that your eyebrows well groomed. Myself personally, I use my eyebrow razor to do it because that's easier for me. Alrighty, then you fill in the top. Okay, you try to be light-handed. Okay, the lighter the pressure, the less darker. You just follow the shape. Even though my pencil that I'm using is dark, but I'm trying to apply the less pressure. So then after I fill in the shape that I want, then I start following the eyebrow hairs and like just making strokes like that. Okay, you try to be perfect, but if you can't, then you just make sure that you clean it up really well with the concealer. So yeah, just try to do like hair-like strokes, and then keep going. Just flick up the wrist. Alrighty. Okay, strokes. Now as you get closer to the front, you want to do strokes going upwards, because that's how your brows naturally grow. Like that, right? And then once I get to the immediate front, I'm going to do like just a flicker. You know, strokes to make it look like they're yours. Like so. Now I always go back with the spoolie to kind of blend it in so it won't look so you know, sharp, so they can be faded a little bit. And you can always go back to it if you feel like you need to add a couple more strokes. Okay. So we could stop right here if we want to. I think that looks good. Now the brush that I'm using, the concealer brush, try to pinch it, like use your fingers to go like that, and so it's really, really flat. Okay. I'm gonna use my little plate here, and I'm going to put the concealer, a little bit of the concealer on it. Okay, so I'm going to try to put both sides of my brush in it. Like I'm going to use that side and that side to make sure both sides are coated. And that will also helps to flatten the brush. And then I'll just use this directly to like put little dots under my brow. Okay. Now this is about 2 to 3 shades lighter than your actual foundation, right? So now this part is very important. Take your time when you're doing this part. So you're just going to, you know, turn the brush this way. And I like to angle mine a little bit. You don't have to try to go straight across at one time. Just do it in steps. So if you want to do the tail part first, then you just go up under the tail, right? Make sure you guys can see me. And you're just gonna clean up that line, right? And then you drag it out to the tail, like that. Okay. Next, you can just go from here and then just connect it to what you just did. Okay. Now, if you look at it and it does not look perfect and you see any imperfections, just take your time. All right. And just make it perfect. Now, they're not going to be 100% perfect, but you can get close. Now, I'll just do the front part. Just take it from here. Now that looks good to me. Now, we're gonna stop right there for now. Now, to clean up the top part of your brow, I'm going to use my NARS foundation. You don't want to use the same light color foundation that you use here because it's going to look ridiculous at the top. So you need to use a foundation that matches your skin tone. Okay? So I'm going to put a little bit here, and I'm going to kind of hold the brush kind of like this way, right? Go slow, turn it to the side, and just clean up the outline. See that? Now you may have some concealer left over on the brush, which is fine, but it still won't be as light if you didn't use, you know, it won't be as light. All right. Okay. Now you can always go back with your brush after. I think that's good. Now I like to take the foundation and like right in the front here, since that looks kind of light, I like to put a little foundation right there so it won't look so bright. Now I'm gonna get just a blending brush and just blend out the concealer. So I'm starting with the front, right? And I'm just going to blend it down like so. Like that. See how it doesn't look as stark white or light here? And basically, you can put a little bit more foundation up here. Or you can get your foundation brush that you just used and just like, you know, blend this out like that. I like to blend out the edge right here. Now, we could stop there, right? But looking at it, I'm just going to get my brush. I'm just going to brush up the hairs in the front. Okay. Now for the front of my brow, what I usually like to do is just so that it won't look so square, I like to get the side of the brush and just kind of blend this part out. Can you see the difference? Like that. So it's kind of faded, right? It's kind of faded. Now after you finish the eyebrow, and if you see that, you know, there's anything that you need to go back, you can always go back with the pencil and like just, you know, make it a little sharp, knead it up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to take just a little bit in the front right here and just like kind of like flicker it up, but not all the way to the edge. Now I think that's a good eyebrow. Okay, now after we've done all of that, then we're going to go with our eyebrow gel. I'm going to use this e.l.f. eyebrow gel, clear eyebrow gel, to just brush them in place like so. Just small tiny strokes. I have an eyebrow tutorial on my channel already, but I think that was probably like a year ago, and I think that, you know, it needed an update. Like that. If you see that the top part, if you went too high, you just brush it in. And if you feel like there's any error, or if you see anything out of place, you can always go back with your brush and just like make it super duper sharp, like so. I think that's good. Now you'll get your setting powder and just set the area. Little blending brush here into our setting powder, and then just use that to set under your brow so it's not wet. Now when you do your eyebrows, remember that they're not going to be twins. They might be sisters, but they're not twins. I tried to get mine to match us, you know, as much as I can. Now we can just leave this here. You know, we're done with the brows. But what I'm going to do now is just get some powder, some eyeshadow powder. I'm gonna use this one here from Juvia's Place, this palette. And I'm just going to take this natural looking color here, called There's No Name. Sorry. And then I'm just going to just fill in that space a little bit so it won't look so bare, right? So I'm just gonna take the powder and just push it in like so. See, it's making a difference already, right? You don't want to take it right like close to your eyebrow, not too close, but right underneath. Okay guys, so we just want to take the, you know, the color and just dust it all over your lid. Nothing major, right? Just so it won't look so bare, right? If you want to be fancy, you can just brush your brush off on a napkin and just, I'll get like a darker shade, like this shade that's above it, and just put that on the outer corner just a little bit, like so, like that, and then just like fade out the end. So all I'm doing is just putting a little dark, a little brownish color here, and blend it in. I think that looks good. What do you guys think? So we're gonna do the other eye. Do the same thing, right? So to get them to match, that's the trick. To try to get them to match, you know, you can just try to do an imaginary line from here over to here, right? And that's how you start filling it in. So you know they're on the same level, because sometimes one of your eyebrows could be a little higher than the other. Okay? So these are my finished brows. Do you think they look like cousins? distant twins. I don't think they're identical twins, but I think they're close. I think they look like they're related. So you could stop here. Okay guys, so I just went to put on some lashes. You didn't need this part, but you know, if you want to be a little bit extra, then you know, you'll put on the lashes. So I just want to put on a little bit of lashes, just you know, to make the eyes pop a little bit more. So I think that's my eyebrows. Let me know what you guys think of them down in the comment section. Okay guys, so we have come to the end of the video. I hope that you guys learned something today. Learn how to snatch your brows, because you know, if you don't do anything else, do your eyebrows will make a big difference to your look or to your face. If you want to spruce it up a little bit, once you do your brows and a little shadow, you're fine. So I hope you guys enjoy watching me do this video, and I hope you learned something. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Leave me some comments. Share the video with your friends and family. And also, please don't forget to subscribe. Give me some thumbs up. And also turn on your post notification bell so you won't miss my next video, which will be very, very soon. Until next time, I hope to see you guys. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye.